Hello, this is Grandma reading to her grandchildren. Sarah Morton's Day, A Day in the Life of a Pilgrim Girl by Kate Waters. Okay, November 12th, 1627. My name is Sarah Morton. My family sailed to America 4 years ago on a ship called the Anne. We came to seek freedom from the Church of England. First, my family settled in Holland, where I was born. Life in Holland was hard for us, so we set sail for the New World. My father died that first winter. This spring, Mother married Goodman Captain. I'm learning to call him father, and am trying hard to earn his love. Come thee with me, I will show thee how my days are. And this is what Plymouth Plantation looks like. This is my village. It is called Plymouth Plantation. At sunup, when the cockerel crows, I must get up and be about my chores. I put on my overgarments. That's her petticoat, her stockings, her garters, another petticoat, a waistcoat, and then she puts on her coif, which goes over her hair, and her apron, and her pocket, because we didn't have pockets in our clothes, and her shoes, and then she rolls her bedding into a corner. Oops, I missed a page. Here we go. The fire is mine to tend. I throw brush on it, on the red coals to make them dance. Mother and I make the hasty pudding. I lay the table with clean cloths, bowls, and spoons. I serve Mother and my new father first. I must stand at my place to eat. Perchance my new father will make me a stool. Imagine that. She doesn't have a place to sit down when they eat. With the table scraps I've collected, I go out to feed the chickens. Because I have forgotten to latch the pen, I must run our hens a game of chase. At milking time, I find my best friend Elizabeth Warren at the pen. As we milk, we tell each other our secrets. Today, I tell her of a dream about my real father. I miss him often, but I do not speak of him to anyone save to Elizabeth. I do not wish to seem ungrateful to my new father. Elizabeth likes to remember the time before she came here to the New World. She tells me of shops in England full of colored ribbons and with affairs with women dancing. After milking, I muck the garden to make it rich for planting next spring. The muck is heavy, and I must often stop to rest. Hurry along, Sarah, Mother calls from the door. Oh, Mary, I am caught being idle again. I am to pound spices this day. Our house will have a pleasant smell. The thump-thump of Mother's churning keeps me company. I wish I could tell Mother about my dreams, but she is quiet today, and I have often enough gotten the rod for speaking out of turn. Next, Mother and I prepare the midday meal. It's Indian cornbread. When my new father comes home for dinner, he seems pleased with the rich pottage and warm Indian cornbread that we have made. After dinner, it's time for my favorite task. I draw vinegar to polish the brass. If I am patient and rub with salt and vinegar slowly, the kettle will truly shine. All of a sudden, I hear a warning shot from the meeting house on the hill. It means a ship has been sighted. Perchance we will have some visitors on tomorrow's tide. I pray they won't be people who wish us harm. Mother says I may fetch Elizabeth. We run to the top of the hill to see the ship. But it is still a tiny speck at sea. I dare not wait to see more. It is time for my lessons. My new father thinks I show a talent for learning. I'm grateful, for in many families, girls are not spared from the chores for lessons. My fingers are clumsy around the chalk, but it gets easier. Someday I may be able to read Mother the letters she gets from her relations in England. After the lesson, Elizabeth is waiting for me. I show her my new father's gift. He has made me a knicker box. Elizabeth and I take turns shooting. We keep score from the scratches in the sand. Today my marbles go through the arches more truly. Hers bounce back to her. I am winning, but the sun is beginning to lower, and I must get back to my chores. I feed the fire to heat the pottage again and milk the goats once more. The big brown goat is troublesome. The more I push, the more she kicks. I will have a mark to show from her tomorrow. As I return from milking, my new father is coming home. He has news of the ship. It carries visitors to our village. There is much talk about where to lodge them and how to portion out our stores. After we have eaten, my new father quizzes me on my verses. I've been learning this one by heart since last Sabbath. It has words to turn my tongue into a knot. And it's Psalm 100. That's the one she's been memorizing. This evening, Father's pleased with my learning. He hugs me with pride. Perchance he does like having a daughter. Okay. Mother calls for me. We set off for the spring to fetch water for tomorrow. We look out to the sea and see the ship. Perchance Mother will have letters and a bolt of new cloth tomorrow. Now there is time for quiet conversing. Mother speaks first. She asks how I am liking my new father. I can truly say that I am becoming fond of him. It has been many months since I have seen Mother seem so glad. The air gets chill as we fill our buckets. It is getting towards sundown. The village quiets as we turn homeward. Father and Mother talk in the candlelight. I bid them good night. I get my bedding ready and put my overgarments in the chest. Though I am almost grown, I tell the day's events to my poppet. I tell her about the ship in the harbor, winning knickers from Elizabeth, and my dream. And best of all, I tell her of my new father's pride in my learning. It has been a fine day. I say my prayers and thank God for the bounty. Fare thee well. God be with thee. The end.